Alright, Lobotomy Corporation. Theme of this video is I'm just not gonna swear a single time, and we're gonna see how well that goes. Yep, do not hold me to that. I'm just gonna try. Alright, so I'm probably going to... I want to get these logs and get their gears for these first, and then I will just rewind back and then do these core suppressions because they give me stats. That's the plan. That's it. Real simple. What the heck? Is that like Flame Princess from like Adventure Time? Like, what is that? And then we have this guy. We're just gonna be farming. I don't really care to... wait. Wah abnormally suppressor. Oh, right. Okay, I need to do that mission. What are these sound effects? You hear that? And dude, it pans from one ear to the other. So, I don't know what's good and what's bad, so we do this. Alright, 001110. That was a lot of zeros and ones. Are you a computer by chance? D-01110 is desperately holding the shattered pieces of a Japamala in his hands. What is this? That which I cannot gain through leaving, and that I gain by gaining. Or leave by gaining. I can't read. D-01110, never subtracting self-discipline, looking far into serenity and yearning to return to the way of righteousness he lost in his living years. Oh, you dead. D-01110's myriad anguish, which he once so tragically failed to control, fills the containment unit. You know, this feels so weird, going back to like playing this game normally for a little bit, because like, it was just deal with magical train silent orchestra for a little bit. Now it's like, oh, you know, I could just chill here. You know, I could just chill, farm the SCP, the anomaly, and we're just good. Ooh. Of course, the first one I click is the very low one. Yep. Sounds about right to me. Honored monk never stops practicing self-discipline, looking far into serenity, yearning to return to the way of righteousness he once was. Honored monk. Okay. That's the name of your anomaly. Honored monk. They got that hat and they remind me of Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Man, Honored Monk seems pretty chill. Alright, an employee's SP was healed when they performed instant work. The closeout counter lowered every time 10 employees died. However, deaths caused by execution bullets were not recognized. When the work result was normal, the closeout counter lowered the low probability. When the work result was bad, the closeout counter decreased. The closeout counter immediately lowered to 0 when O-05102 passed by Clouded Monk's containment unit. I don't know which one that is. So this one is just a better... This one is just less obnoxious Big Bird. Basically, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see what does armor do. Red, black, okay. Dang. You're obliterating with minus 24%, what the heck? That's crazy. Alright, Gonzalez. There's a loud noise in my ears. You're gonna deal with it. Some of our employees think that O-01-64 is trapped inside this thing that resembles an egg. However, the truth is that she shut herself inside it. O-01-64's color is that of a brilliant and lustrous gold. O-01-64 once had eyes as red as the setting sun, but greed has consumed all, leaving nothing behind. The day O-01-64's hunger ceases will be the end of everything. When O-01-64 assumes the form of an egg, you can faintly see a smiling girl inside of it. Do I just make the assumption this one sucks? Because like every anime girl except Letitia was awful. I'm just saying. And because this one's stuck in an egg and it's a girl, you could say they're egg woman instead of egg man. That was terrible. I'm not leaving that. O-01-64 once had eyes as red as the setting sun, but greed has consumed all, leaving nothing behind. O-01-64 surrendered to hunger and started devouring itself. Oh. Yeah, okay, anime girls are crazy. What a surprise. When magical girl assumes the form of an egg, you can just faintly see a smiling girl inside. Of course it's another magical girl, dude. The glamorous amber pattern of a magical girl at times fascinates her workers. I got rid of a magical girl and now I'm getting a second one. What? There's 2 magical girls? What is this, man? There's 2 of them. Imagine I had both of them. Imagine Queen of Hatred was still sitting here. That'd be crazy. What's this weapon? Amita. A glamorous amber pattern magical girl at times fascinates our workers. The world that magical girl may have once loved is now being devoured by her. Yeah, stay in that egg. Stay in that egg. I don't want you getting out of the egg. Why is your club of counter 1? I hope she never breaks out. I already saw what one magical girl has done. I don't want to see a second one. Never trusted them anyways. When the work result was normal, the club of counter lowered with the normal probability. When the work result was bad, the club of counter lowered with the high probability. The king of greed's behavioral pattern is to engulf anything that lies in her path when escaping. When suppressing her, please pay attention to which direction the emerald is moving. Okay, so I have to hit her from the back. Yeah, dude. Woo! Dude, that's so cool. Both magical girls I got, both their weaknesses just hit them from the back. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe it, dude. They both have the same weakness. Who would have thought? So, am I reading into the lore a little bit too much here? Because this one's named King of Greed, and then the other magical girl is named Queen of Hatred. Is there a link between those two? There has to be a link between those. There's no way. Alright, before anything goes wrong in the next, 2 seconds, I'm gonna read Cloud and Monk's lore. This emerald is created with the ideas provided by Tumblebacker Najun. In the Redacted century, a monk named Redacted from the province of Redacted walked the path of Buddhism, seeking liberation and true enlightenment. He was on the road on his home country to spread his philosophy when he heard that an old monk was being cremated in the nearby town. He felt that he should go witness it. However, a man stopped him. "Excuse me, sir. There's a rumor that an evil spirit lingers in the town you're heading towards." The monk replied, "Evil spirits are naturally born from one's heart. How could I miss the cremation of a great monk simply because a rumor has been spread?" He then continued on his way to the town of Redacted. When the monk arrived, people from all around the town were gathered in ceremony. They were gazing at the corpse of the old monk, chanting the name of Guanyin, and Guanyin. The chant was born out of desperation for something they yearned for, rather than commemoration. The funeral pyre started crackling as it was fed with kindling. The sound of wooden percussion echoed, and the chanting grew louder and louder. Soon, the crowd started buzzing with nervousness. Something's not right. The people were greatly disappointed by the amount of sarira that appeared. There were no more than 2 spoonfuls. Shocked, people soon turned into an angry crowd. "It makes no sense that such a great monk had little sarira. Clearly, he was lacking in the practice of asceticism. He must not have done many good deeds." The visiting monk was himself baffled. He was unfamiliar with such an obsession with sarira at a cremation, and even he was expecting the proper amount of sarira that a great monk would deserve. The monk spoke to a man behind him in the crowd. "How could they be upset at such a sacred ceremony?" A slight distance away, a very old man in the crowd answered instead. "The poor and hungry yearn for miracles to save them. By how you've dressed, I would have guessed that you're also on the path of a Buddhist. This event must have worried you." The monk responded in a slightly disturbed tone. "Sarira forms when the monk has battered his body and spirit and finally reaches a nirvana. It is a natural process, not to be artificially wanted. How can you call this a miracle?" The old man then burst out in laughter. "This monk was well known here for his good deeds. He shared his food with the hungry and clothes with those who were cold. However, as they say, it seems he was unable to reach true nirvana, as only 2 spoonfuls of sarira were found. He ended up being a miserable old monk who couldn't achieve nirvana, even though he was a well-respected man and known as a benevolent living saint. Do you think he'll be any different?" I have proudly practiced. They say a monk from the temple of Redacted had earned more than 300 spoons of sarira. Colorful lights sparkled across the sky as the crowd paid devout prayers at his cremation. And his sarira was as brown as pearls. The emperor himself ordered for 4 temples to be built in his name. The monk could not reply. "But the creation of sarira is a natural process all go through. It is well known that Buddha's sarira was enough to fill a grand palace when he was cremated.
One day, your body shall fail and eventually you to eternal heaven. Someday, people will be there for your cremation just like you now.
The monk was silent. Oh my god, how much text is there? I don't want to do that voice. If nothing is found in your ashes, you will be a sinner of the Trilokya, and your path will ultimately reach nowhere. However, if enough Sirira was found from you that everyone looks on in awe, your name will be sung for generations. The emperor will be awestruck and build a huge temple in your name, and the people will chant while admiring the pagoda of that temple. ... This feeble old man is telling you all this because I can see you becoming one of the greatest monks. Listen, a few hours walk from here, there is a mound we call Redacted. Go up there, and you will see several old pagodas. Inside of them are the boxes of Sirira from long-forgotten great monks. Why? They'll just return to the soil if nothing happens to them. But if you were to consume them, then perhaps you would display more Sirira than Buddha himself. The monk then realized that the old man was suspicious, and did not sound as an old man should. However, the old man was gone in a flash as he tried to catch a glimpse of his face. The monk concluded that it must have been a trick of the devil and tried to forget what the old man had said. But the old man's voice lingered in his ears, even as he tried to sleep. The monk tossed and turned and couldn't sleep. He decided the best way to clear his mind was to go on a walk. As he walked, he somehow found himself around the pagodas the old man had mentioned. They were supposed to be a few hours travel from where they had been staying for a while now. Only chant of Ami Dewa Ri, I can't pronounce that, echoed around the pagodas, except of a folktale from the province of Redacted. They say at night a mysterious sound can be heard around the pagodas and statues in the area of Redacted. It is said that the source of this sound is a preta, a demonic creature with long arms, claws, and an unnaturally big mouth. Some say this creature carries a shattered Japamala. However, exact details are unconfirmed. After this creature appears, some find that offered Sirira boxes are forcibly opened with their contents removed. Furthermore, monks who stay in this province must not sleep alone. They should also visit a nearby temple to receive a talisman that wards off evil spirits and ensure that they carry it at all times. The tale has become widespread across the region and has led to the tradition of chanting certain lines at pagodas where Sirira's sort of cremation takes place. Yising Zihu. Jinru Buvis. I can't say that. The chant is translated into this: Are you a monk? Are you a monk? You are no longer a monk. A demon shall never reach heaven. The chant is orated to the monk, who has not yet realized that he's become a demon. Alright. King of Greed, your turn. I lied. I have to wait one more. Please, don't break out. Please, I'll have to subdue you. Alright. King of Greed. Why do you have an Aleph weapon but you're a Wa? Okay. What? And then Gold Rush, like Wa suit, and it's strong too. Well, okay. I don't get it, for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna like move away so I don't hear that noise and read this. The first bit of humanity's desire started with the bite of a sweet apple. We've been banished from Eden for that sin, and now we're standing inside a vast orchard. My basket is so large, all the fruits of the world can't make it full. What? Is it so bad to lust for honey when there are flowers? After all, we were born to pursue happiness. Happiness became obsession. Obsession became greed. And the greed forever solidified, became a golden amber. The happiness in the beginning, still holding a smile, falls inside. The first seed of desire originated from the pure yearning for happiness. The tiny seed grew larger and larger, hungering for more. Over time, the seed hardened and turned into a piece of shiny gem. Enticed by its sheen, a starving fish swallowed it, but it only made the fish even hungrier. The desires of people usually go unfulfilled. Many desires are abandoned, but they are not completely gone. They hide deep in the subconscious, lurking at the bottom of the lake, ready to spring up at any moment. However, the yearning for happiness may also rear its head from time to time, darting its tongue like a snake. As soon as a tiny piece of bait falls into the river, the hungry fish will come up and snatch it in an instant. We delude ourselves to be highly rational beings who are in full control of these things, but it's a preposterous belief. It's laughable. We don't have as much control of ourselves as we believe. The magical girl, who is no longer a magical girl, ate many things. What a surprise! Authority, money, fame, and other many forms of pleasure, she ended up eating away everything in her sight. Now only visceral greed remains. Someone's diary. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. They say there once was something called soul therapy. Why does it feel like to have an ill soul? We're all healthy. But maybe all of this is a tragic illusion. Once there were people who tried to change the world, we all remember them. We remembered how they met their downfall. Desires. I know of desires that ruin all things. We no longer believe in something, nor do we entertain a hope for a miracle. And we don't think too much about why they've changed, and we don't blame them. For we have realized that endless despair brings despair, or endless desire brings despair. I sometimes feel a terrible dejection, but I do not know where the pain comes from. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. Deep is the sorrow of the world, greed. Deeper still than agony. Sadness says, be gone, pass away. But greed seeks eternity. Seeks deep, deep eternity. Greed. Oh no, Malkuth, you're a robot now instead of an anime girl. No! Why you look like a portal robot now? Man, this disciplinary team mission, dude, if this goes up to Aleph, that's gonna be so messed up because I no longer have Silent Orchestra to farm that off of. Nope, time to farm this and just sit and wait around. Alright, so Cloud and Monk, I know this one is really like not that hard to fight, so I could just farm him for this and that'd be fine. I wonder if this King of Greed just one-shots you if it like walks over you. I would imagine yes, but you know, because like considering everything in this game, it would absolutely one-shot you. Cloud and Monk, I release thine being from your cage! Get him! Jump his ass! What damage did he do? Why? Obliterated, just like that. Not even difficult. Oh, he's 3 counters. Oh my god. That didn't go down, really? I just got the normal. Wow. And I don't want to throw Bong Bong because I don't think would Bong Bong live. You know what? He does mental damage. I'll just tell Oliver to like subdue him or something. If something goes wrong, oh well. I expected this to happen. Doesn't like Bong Bong's in a bad state. Stop that. He just started blicking you down. That's crazy. Don't let him escape. But you take. Does he do physical damage? Leave. I think he does physical damage. Oh yeah, also someone told me that the magical weapon heals people when they get shot by it, which is pretty cool. You know, let me try the Kappa. Okay, let's see. How much faster do you subdue? That's pretty fast. I won't lie. So apparently he does red damage. I don't know where that tells me that, because his work damage is white. I assume that his damage would be red, but it's not. Or white. Oh, you're getting obliterated this time, Oliver. Look at that healing. Dang. It's OP. That healing was crazy. We jumping you. Look at that healing. Aw, what a shame. Oh, it's gone. Alright, because the clowns are gonna do their clown shenanigans. I gotta move everyone back now. That's upsetting. And you spawned all the way up here. Look at them. They're really trying to get this one out. Damn. Just like that. Sliced by the scythe. That was crazy. Man, it's so nice having 2 Aleph gears that do SP damage, the white damage, and it doesn't suck. Like, they actually, like, they do damage. It's so nice. Yeah, instantly recover that sanity. It's crazy. That was instant. That was crazy. Ooh, get him. That scythe go, burr. Alright, I don't trust that. Ooh. that one shot. Of course that one shots. Why wouldn't I, you know, I wanted to play around with that just because I wanted to see, and then, you know, right at the end was that would be funny. I fuck around a little too much and I get one shot and I lose the of course Michaela is the slow one and in the back and she doesn't make it out. And obviously I have to reset because I'm not trying to reform Silent Orchestra. So much fun. So much fun. Right? So much fun, chat. So much fun. You see, I screw around for a little bit and I instantly die. Isn't this game great? Isn't this game absolutely terrible? Isn't this game absolutely miserable? Yes, I have fun for 2 seconds and nope, I instantly die because why not? And do a little bit of trolling and oh, I instantly die. What a shame. You see, look, they were able to kill him faster this time. You see, like, why? Like, that's why I was so comfortable earlier, just like screwing around. Like, dude, you kill him before he even gets angry. But I guess not this time. Time to take down the magical. I was waiting for that. Alright. Bong bong. Transform. Oh, ew. It's like a ew. And it's laughing too. What do you think you are? Of course you teleport away. Where did you go? Like, you. Look at that head. Why are you laughing, bro? You like the mystery box teddy bear laughing at me? What is that, man? What did you just eat? Alright, so Big Bird's gonna be annoying in Breakout, probably. Alright, so this one actually should be doable. Because if I just smack you from behind, you can't kill me, right? Really? That's fucked up, bro. Oh, hit him from behind. It's a weakness. Every magical weakness is getting hit from behind. Remember that. Hit him from the back. Aw, they slumped over. Why are you laughing still? What the rat? Why are you laughing? Don't risk anything. Run away. 250 damage. I saw that. Wow. Why are you laughing? Why are you running into it, bro? He got away. Get him. Boom. Squished. Wow, you cleared that out so fast. Why is it so loud? The audio mixing is so loud for no reason, man. Like, dude. The audio mixing is crazy, dude. It's like awful. How are you getting destroyed, man? It's only -8. What was that? Has no high affinity option. Hooray. And I'm one off from the armor, of course. 49 to 50. Classic. You do better at -12% than -8? Okay. Alright, I'm done. Hooray. Now everything will just be fine. Well, everything will be just fine. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, T-0985. Like, many of those who underwent an operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. Is that the clockworks? SCP-914? Okay. The British will inevitably end with eternal despair of the worshipper. Let's go with the machine. We'll be back soon. Dot dot dot. Manager, if it's alright with you, could you pass my words along? Gabura, she's strangely obsessed with suppression, wouldn't you say? Any casualty to employees during suppression process, she entirely regards it. Lady Angela's perfectly aware, but she conveniently turns a blind eye to it. Gabura is great at handling abnormalities when they breach. It's as if she was born for this job. So I suppose a few extra dead employees is considered a reasonable trade-off. But you see, as a manager, you should know that massacring abnormalities is not our only priority. Well, I don't know if Gabura will listen to you, but I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a go, Tilda. I saw a chest leaving. What nonsense did he ramble on about this time? Be honest with me. I can see everything. ... Let me warn you. Don't act as if you know everything. I've been here for a long time. I've seen much more than you have. Background. Flashback. This is before she got her scar and her eye went bye-bye. I can tell because I looked at her model and it looks different slightly. Even though it's black and white. Experiment... Oh, that's her voice. Experiment subject 0934. We're running a simple test before we administer the chemicals. Ah, Gabura, the machine with the soul. A wonderful creation of Lobotomy Corporation. What does it mean to have a soul? It means one may truly have worth. It's the center of our faith in our venerable Lord A believes in. I participate in this experiment because I trust him. I don't know if I have a soul. If I'm disassembled, will there be a soul inside me? Well, it can be easily determined just by talking with you. A soul cannot be seen, but it can be felt. I will be reborn as I confront my own soul. Mankind and the world will be changed soon. Trust in A, for he is our savior who shall lead us all.
So you're Miss Gabura. I heard a lot about you from Christopher. They say you have a real soul. Our venerable A really is remarkable. Don't pay attention to those who disrespect you. They do not know your true worth. Oh, meet Jilly, our daughter. She's kind and sweet just like you. Does this child also have a soul, then? Of course, a soul is something every living creature has. It's the essence of a soul, yet not known to many. This world only believes in things that can only be seen with the eye. It's a sad belief that will eventually lead everyone to destruction. Miss Angela, is that a monster? That is what we call an abnormality, Gabura. How is it different from monsters? Monsters are in themselves repulsive, terrible creatures at the core and start of their existence. However, abnormalities originate from humans. Then why does that abnormality have Mr. Christopher's watch? Why does it make sounds as if we're mimicking Mr. Christopher's voice? You see, Gabura, that's because abnormalities originated from them. It's not like they materialize all of a sudden or come into existence from nowhere. Do abnormalities eat humans? Is it mimicking Mr. Christopher like that because it devoured him? I don't understand. That is complicated to explain, Gabura. What's certain is that this did not happen because of someone's vice or malice, and that the shape you perceive as a monster certainly carries the will of the man you called Christopher. Excuse me, Tifereth. Why does the experiment log include a step where Miss Isabel sent to chamber D1-01? Why should we place her anywhere near that horrific monster? I don't know, Gabura. You know, she isn't known for explaining the purpose of every experiment to us. I think I've heard that it's so to rigorously determine the loss of humanity, but I don't really get what it means. That's definitely going to end up hurting Miss Isabel. I should tell Miss Angela to stop it. Gabura, maybe you should just keep quiet about it. I've seen other machines question her orders, and Miss Angela would reset us if we disobeyed her. ... Please, if you are feeling anger, I suggest that you embrace that anger and move on. Wouldn't that be better than to lose your memory and exist as a lifeless puppet, being ashamed of the soul you got to bear? What do you think the ending to that story is? I think they both died tragic deaths. Where did Christopher's wife and his daughter Gilly disappear to? I'll never know, either. Or say it's unfortunate, but the experiment was not under my responsibility. All I know is that old blanket Gilly was the only thing to come out of the monster. All I know is that old blanket Gilly had was the only thing to come out of that monster's chamber. Most people wouldn't even talk to us, since machines weren't worth putting their minds to. But Christopher and Isabel told me I was worthy of something. They looked past my exterior and saw what was inside of me. Something I wasn't even aware of. Those monsters we're obligated to call abnormalities have killed many people since then. And yet those things never die. It's not fair. It's unfair! How can you be a master and not be on the council? Why do we have to treat them nicely? Don't pay any heed to the employees in front of you. When an abnormality shows up, their lives will be the least of your worries. Since it's clear that those monsters feel pain, I'll dish out as much pain as possible. That's the only reason why I'm standing here. Don't ever patronize me again. You motherfucker, I knew I was gonna do this. Since you've completed everything else so far, I assume you know what comes next. Aleph are the most dangerous and hateful things here. Give or take. Monsters are still monsters, the creatures we have to get rid of. Suppress 3 different Aleph abnormalities. 3 different ones. Okay, so if I had a silent orchestra still, this would be possible. But I don't. I hear the bubbles. Execution bullet, yay. Require time. Okay. Okay, so there is something I could do here. Because this one is a timed one and not a actual entity, I can farm this one still and do a core suppression at the same time. Which would be low-key poggers. As Master Chief has once said. Whoa, that's slightly different. Are we not allowed to fall into despair? Ah. Okay, so that's different. Okay. So this first core suppression, it jumbled my buttons here. But this one looks like it just pixelates my entire screen. Which, I'll be real with you, isn't the worst thing ever. Okay, I can't read this though. Okay. I can't. That's a problem. I can't read. Okay. Yeah, I could do this. I could do this. This is very doable. I'm gonna figure out what this does on the non-core suppression first, and I'm gonna just retry the day, and I'm just gonna do this because this one doesn't seem too bad. If all it is pixelize my screen, oh, that is so simple. All right, that is way better than the first one. That first one is terrible, dude. Like, how are you gonna like? How are you just gonna randomize the buttons, bro? That's actually like miserable. Oh boy, let's see what this machine do. Yes, no, yes, no. Dude, that's so scary. I don't know what that do. That's, dude, it's gonna instantly kill you on no. Oh, it's just a debuff. Oh, that's not as scary. And then you get a buff from that. Oh, wow. That's not that scary. A mysterious worn-out machine used for operations. When an employee uses the machine, they will experience an increase in all their stats. You must be happy. Huh. It stops when I pause the game. Oh. He got torn apart. It's a Zayn? This is a Zayn? The machine was designed to pull back the skull and destroy nerve tissues safely and efficiently. Its stats will increase greater the longer the machine is used. Interesting that pausing the game, like, does, stop it. Many of those who underwent an operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. Be sure to stop the machine when it displays yes. If it is stopped, well, no. All the stats will drop as much as they were due to increase.
Those who answered yes to the question, do you love your city, were deemed cured. Those who answered no weren't allowed to discharge. And the increased stats will turn normal the next day. However, employees who gain more than 200 points on the stats will vanish the next day. Who've gained more than 200 points will vanish. Okay. The longer the machine is in use, the better a person becomes. Furthermore, the longer it is used, the faster the question will change. Caution, there once was an incident where an employee used the machine for 5 times or more in a single day, exploded on the spot. What? I just reset the stats instantly. Oh wow. That wouldn't, you know what, that one's not too bad. That one's pretty chill. I think I can do this one pretty easily, actually. So step 1, you're just gonna go there, bong bong. You're just gonna sit there forever, and we're just gonna leave it. You hear that in the ears? Hear that? This one is so much more chill than the other one, dude. Malkuth, that was terrible. This one was miserable, dude. What's this guy's name? I forgot. Snake, dude. Like, are we even not even allowed on this? Like, this is so much more chill, dude. Because you just pixelize my screen, but it's like you don't randomize my buttons. My buttons are the same still. It's like I don't care. What did we do wrong? I don't know. Wow. That hurt my ears. Oh, this is a new soundtrack. Ah, that's what that did. It made it more pixelated now. So the background, I can't actually read them anymore. Ah. Oh, the game... the game just runs like a pixel game now. That's funny. Oh, this one's actually neat. It's just like a pixel game now. This is crazy. Yeah, this one, I forgot, dude, Yasad, his name was Yasad. You know, Yasad's core suppression, this one's pretty chill. You know what, I mess with this one. This one's nice. Whatever that, dude, Malkuth was terrible, dude. Like, it randomized my buttons, there's literally nothing I can do about that. It's like, it's just pixelated. It's like, I could still see. Watch it be like, I'm saying this, I'm happy now, but like, once it gets to like, level 5, my screen just turns black. And I just can't see at all. If it does that, that'd be funny, but that's also miserable. Look at that. 3. Oh, that's like the bracket. Oh, what is that now? Oh, that's a face. You see that? That's a face. 0. We've created monsters that should have never been in this. Oh. Is it really? Look, what are these texts? You will not be able to discern anything properly. I mean, that's true, but like I could just take a guess, and that's good enough. So Malkuth's thingamabob, I know what they were trying to do, right? Because her whole story was like, you're not in control, so then she just presses your buttons for you, and then like that was the whole vibe. And then Yasad is the information team, so he's taking away your information. And it's like I get it, right? That's cool. That's not the same thing for each Sephiroth, but like. Malkuth's one is not, that one's just not fun. Like, Malkuth has to have the worst one. If Malkuth is not the worst one out of all of these, that is terrible. That is absolutely miserable. But yeah, like Yasad's, this one's like, this is cool. It takes away information from you, but like, your buttons are still the same, so you could take a good guess and then everything's fine. You should know that all the information you use. Oh my god, these are so long. I'm the head of the information team. I take great pride in my department, and dude, that is such a long line of text. You want me to read that? That fast? What was I really looking at all this time? You should know that all the information you just mindlessly skimmed through. Dude, I can't read that in time, man. You should know that all information you just mindlessly skimmed through. What? This imperator is inexplicably lonely. You should know that the skimmed through was from somebody's dire sacrifice. Take great pride in my department and team for obtaining. Dude, these lines of text are so long. They go off the screen. Honestly, there's a little bit of charm to the pixel graphics for this. I'm just saying. If this was default, but obviously you could read what your information was, this would be chill. This would be chill. Ow! My fucking ears. I swore, dude. Finally, I swore. But it was justified. That was so loud. You're probably not gonna hear it because, like, of my, like, post-audio mixing. But that was so loud. Like, ow. Okay, now this is, like, FNAF static. And it's like, okay, I can't see anything anymore. And now there's just like a crappy filter, and it's like, oh, I can't see anything now. Okay, now this is like, okay, now, okay, this is bad. You see, now the screen's moving. It's like, it's twitching, glitching. Yeah, there's audio mixing in this game, dude. Like, oh, look, I can see my settings fine. Like, my master volume isn't even that loud, all right? It's this low, and like some of those loud sound effects, like, dude, that one hurt, dude. I'm turning this down a little because that hurt. That was actually like bad. You're unfit to be the manager if you cannot even remember the simplest rules. You not see my marred rotting flesh covered in... Oh, that's new. You not see my marred rotting flesh covered in boils and oozing with pus? No, I did not. Now I see I've been walling in despair for such a long time. I can't read that. Now I see I've been walling in despair for such a long time. I tried to pretend... What? Like me that one. I tried to pretend that everything was fine, but in reality, it never was. I was dying on the inside. Bro had a little tapeworm inside of him. He had a little parasite. Sucking out all his nutrients. And that little worm parasite wasn't even a physical thing. It was his mind. His own mind undid himself. Or something else. You know, it could have been actually like a parasite or something. I don't know. I don't know what the lore is. The refreshments, can you tell me what the lore was? You know, for the Malkuth like non-control thing, instead of randomizing your buttons, I think what that you could have did instead, like, I would have just made it so like this clip of meltdown effect, you could just randomize this, just have it be a question mark. You don't know what it is. And obviously, like, you're not gonna put a dusk on the first one, right? But it's probably gonna be like, you know, just take a guess. You know, are you getting the meltdowns? You gotta go to the little things. So I was the one who couldn't see a single step. Even this is pixelated. Oh, we're back to normal now. You, SCP. Even if this turns to be a curse, I will love this curse like a blessing. Where does one go when they die? One day you'll understand the meaning of the desperation in the faces when the roulette spins. Gambling 115, element 115, COD zombies. Oh, we gotta get that. Gabriel, I heard about Elijah. I'm sorry. Guess now everyone should know that there are consequences to forcefully entering a laboratory with restricted access. The fit on him is kinda nuts, I won't lie. Also, you were very careless not to put the supply room key back in its proper place. You may think I am being too strict, but I can't help it. I'm not saying anything false. You should set up a time for when the keys must be returned to prevent people like you from causing this again. ... I wore this to prevent chemicals from splashing on my body. Don't worry, I'm just a little tired. No need to show concern. I'll go prepare for the upcoming experiment. Wounds have a way of revealing themselves, even for those who wish to keep them concealed. For Gabriel, it was the change in his clothes. Maybe it was easier in his mind to conclude that Elijah's death was caused by a violation of the rules. He tried harder to stick to his principles. He tried to maintain his objectivity. But perhaps his excessive rationality is what destroyed him. His earnest hope to not see anyone else die couldn't reach me. No, there was no point in lying anymore. I pretended that I didn't hear his desperate cry. ... There's no need to ask if I'm doing alright. I heard about what you did and I did yesterday. I felt like it was the first time I lost myself, and the moment I lose it, never let it go. It was not quite pleasant, but it was not as terrible as I expected it to be either. Rather, I feel relieved. Not to say that all the hatred that surrounds me has completely washed away. I'll still see that rotting hallucination, and sometimes I feel disgusted and have an unbearable anger towards you. However, if there's one aspect that has changed, it's that I can be in as much despair as I want to now. Someday, a hope will painfully grow out of the rotten wound. What you gave to us was a seed of hope.
It seems that you're also on the way to embracing your painful past. It's always the beginning that's difficult, and your outfit still isn't up to the company standard. I suppose I should seriously consider having penalty points apply even to the manager. The rationale to maintain discretion, 20%. Germination of the seed of light. Is the visual filter being undone with my percentage? I'm 20% seeing it where it is now. Hooray. This place is essentially where I've done this already. Alright, your side synchronization complete. 25% in unique PE boxes gained from mineralities. Huge. Farming less tedious. Less amount of farming in total. The part in which the suppression took place will not be influenced by clever meltdowns. Okay. This is pretty chill. And then I'm just gonna do this one next. Oh, dude, they're all Justice 5 now. This is crazy. I just realized I wasn't recording, and now it's a big oopsie. Whoops! My fault. Basically, I started doing the hide suppression thingamabob, and her gimmick is that my stats go down. As you can see, that's like miserable. But otherwise, it's pretty chill. Like, Yasad was pretty chill, Had being pretty chill, and Malkuth was not chill. So I don't know what was up with Malkuth then. And I'm gonna get Clown Noon. Okay, that's not funny anymore. The things that's like old VHS footage now. I didn't know you were Yasad too. You're mentally breaking. Stop it. And you have this music playing in the background. I didn't know you were Yasad too. Oh man, I thought it was just the stats. Look at the stats. They're reduced by so many. Wow, what a surprise. One went straight for the Aleph. Oh, wow. Who could have seen that one coming? Not me. One went straight for these two. That's crazy. Jump them. Ooh. I didn't know this was Yasad plus Han. That's why their names rhyme, probably. 13 HP. Oh my god. Minus 32. Oh, what is this, man? That bird that I hate, man. If I repress, I don't get the heart, but then Yui could just straight up die. Then again, I do have Adoration equipped. But then if Yui dies, I have to do this all over again, and it's like annoying because it's just a huge waste of time. Do we just like fight the slimes? I mean, there's no reason not to fight this. Okay. Oh, of course they break out. No! Where is it? Oh, that's bullshit, bro. Go kill it quick. Of course, I had 1 HP left. Yeah, this, the Buddhist on the bottom right, Cloud and Monk, this one isn't too bad because, like, he breaks out, but he, like, only wanders his own little corner. So, like, I just evacuate everyone. It's like, oh, I don't care. I'll deal with you later. And then I'm done. Boom. It's real easy. I guess I just never was a good person from the start. Get sucked into the void. 25 lobs! Do you believe that there is truly inexcusable behavior? Nobody is perfect. If we realize that in forgiving others, your enemy didn't deserve forgiveness, but rather that you needed peace, would things be better? Are you sure you can really join our experiment in such an unstable situation? Michelle, let me cut to the chase. We are performing experiments that go directly against the head's ideals. If your beloved parents or your precious friends try to coax you, are you confident that you'll be able to refuse them? ... She wasn't able to say anything to my browbeating. Carmen broke the silence instead. So many characters. Don't be too harsh on her. She's amazing to be here at such a young age. Just like everyone else, Michelle liked Carmen. That was not trickery or a show. She wasn't the manipulative sort of person who'd give such a facade either. I should have made her give the answer she avoided speaking no matter what. Did Michelle receive what she wanted? I don't know. Did she accomplish a purpose by trampling on us and Carmen? I'll never know. Do I have any right to bear hatred towards her? The answer was no, and I was no different from her. To be honest, I never wanted you to die in misery, like that nasty tabloid article gossiped. Were you able to successfully face yourself, manager? When I awoke to find myself here, I thought this could be my second chance. I thought I could redeem myself and liberate myself from my mistakes. What I did can never be undone. A second pebble can never float to the surface again. I wanted to be a kind person. I want to show everyone that I might be okay here. Somehow. Was I truly being considerate of others? Silly me. There's no room for something like that here. I was a hypocrite. All those nice acts were for myself. I'll keep trying to be a better person, even now. It may be specious, It may be specious, and some people may hate me for that, but as long as my efforts can save a person's life or give a person the consolation they need, I will live on with that pride as a stepping stone. So, manager, let's keep trying together in this interminable hell. The hope to be a better person. 30% germination of the seed of light. Are you hoping to turn back time for the things you longed for? After all this, even if you turn back the clock, do you really think your regrets can be so easily washed away, as if nothing happened? Day 31. This is new now. Agony and rage mixed, blending together in the mist. One couldn't determine if the smoke was responsible for the madness, or if the cries of the agony spewed forth the smoke. B? What do I do for B? I don't know. B. B for Batman, yeah. Are you researching machines now? That's great. Now I can finally see what a jack of all trades can do. To be frank, I thought it was pretty great too. But now, watching it makes me think I was terribly full of myself. ... Would it be alright if I helped you? I think I would make a serviceable assistant. Oh, it's Robin, not Batman. Uh-oh. It's good that you're up and passionate again. It is an honor to take part in a project with a scholar I respect. Is something the matter? Are you okay right now? The truth is, you were actually not okay at all, were you? If a ray of sunlight breaks your heart and collapses your mind with longing and nostalgia, and seeing plants outside evokes an unknown rage, tearing down your rational thoughts, then we have no choice but to stay underground. Let us start anew, the corporation that mourns her. Be honest with me, man. You're not coming to these meetings with me up for praise, are you? Aren't you sick and tired of this? You'll do something great tomorrow yet again, though it won't be anything all that great. And Miss Angela and the other Sephiroth will shower you with compliments. We'll have another accident in my department. A couple will fall down and die, some will go nuts, and a pile of them will get injuries they'll never recover from. Howard will try and cheer me up. Yusad will lecture me about what regulations I didn't follow. Malkuth will try to encourage me, lively as usual. Let's try harder tomorrow. Nobody will say it to my face that it's my fault, but it'll be clear as day that I'm responsible for all of it, surely. My day always repeats like that. Starts with death, ends with death. Every employee here regularly receives a small dose of a certain drug. Did you know? Helps them become desensitized to everything. Just think about it. If your good old lunchmate is found dead, torn into thousands of pieces, who in the world will be able to clean up his dead body without a single drop of emotion? Would you blame them? Would you call them cowards that are depending on drugs? Everyone's just trying to escape from this reality in their own ways. They might look and pretend to be okay, but nobody really is. I keep thinking about how I can off myself. I know it's like a metaphor. Death for us is a hypothetical concept. I heard injecting substances like Encaphalin into machines will slowly but slowly rust them. Then, maybe I could chug a whole bottle into my body. Give myself irreversible damage. Funny. I just injected myself way more Encaphalin than I usually do. Yet my mind is clearer than ever. Hell, I feel completely lucid right now. If I were to open my eyes again, maybe we'll be somewhere without you, those other Sephiroth, or that Angela. It hasn't been fun. Let's never meet again. We began our research on Kongiro in earnest. The most urgent issue that prevailed at the time was the correct dosage. I tried to persuade people. I told them we have to proceed with the experiment in order to save Carmen and the others. Everyone fell silent when I asked for volunteers, and one man quietly raised his hand. It was Giovanni, who had kept to himself for most of his time here. Giovanni was one of the patients from Carmen's company. I heard they had known each other since childhood. There's no such thing as a noble sacrifice. The end is always miserable, no matter how justifiable a cause it may be for. My statement that this experiment could bring back Carmen must have been the strongest motivation that drove him to volunteer. An experiment to find the proper dosage of a drug that is not something that can be done in just a trial or two. I never talked with them much. We had nothing in common, other than our acquaintance with Carmen. Cogito emaciates the boundary of a human, and repeated experiments will leave an indelible mark. Inject Cogito, inject Cogito, and conject Cogito. I like the third one. Manifestation and clip due to set for breakdown. Suppression F Roscoe required. More beeps. Well, morning to you, my good old manager, sir. I'm in charge of welfare. Are you gonna open up my department today? Welfare team. Okay. Now that I reached day 31, I cannot go back in time. Pod synchronization complete. All newly contracted employees will have their stats at level 3. That's crazy. Stats at level 3 default. Fuck yeah, dude. Woo! Dude, those level 1s are terrible. Those level 3s, very usable. And then the department in which the suppression took place will not be influenced by level of meta. Meaning nothing wrong goes over there now. Memory repository imprinted. No! It's been saved. There's nothing I can do now. I can't go back in time. Oh, it's so huge. Look at how. How is this possible, dude? Level 3 right away? Oh my god. Justice is only 4. Lame. Dude, Aurora is going through right now. Mao and how. That's crazy.